All right. Yes. So we should be live. Okay, audio, video should be good. And yes, welcome back to another live, guys. My name is Jai. I'm from Team Stolo. So Stolo is India's ultimate options trading platform where we provide live market analysis, we provide paper trading strategy, builder, market alerts, and much more, right? And also you will so be able to live trade through the platform itself. So yes, welcome back. And yes, today yes, GK audio video check. Yeah, it's it's an everyday thing now where we have to check audio video. So actually there were a few lives when we had just begun had few audio video issues, and that's why now a check does happen. So yes, yes, for those of you who are watching it for the first time, welcome back. I mean, welcome for the first time. And yes, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we do market analysis on daily basis. We try and analyze the market. We see what happens, and based on that, we also try and understand what could happen in the coming days, right? So that is something we do over here, and we have been doing it. So yes. So let me get started for today, right? So yeah, make sure you stay throughout the video because I'll show you a quick scalp I did in the morning. I think today somehow very early I did get to trade during the morning opening hours itself, and I did a quick scalp, right? Quick scalp, which is based on gap up basically. Today was a gap down, yeah. So gap down basically, and I'll tell you what exactly I did as well, right? So stay tuned for that. But yes, if you are watching this, make sure you read the disclaimer, which should be going down below. So that basically says we do this only for educational purposes. I'm not SEBI registered or anything like that, so I do not provide any calls or tips. And before you do take any trade, make sure you consult your financial advisor, right? So yes, so hope that is clear, and we shall get started with today, right? So again, I think most of at least most of the people I've been talking to, traders or communities I'm part of, also were expecting a downwards move, right? But again, we, at least on the live, one thing we were keeping track of was until we see a clear downward move, we would not be bearish at all, right? And obviously consolidation would happen because we were, I think, almost 3-4 days in a row we headed gap up openings, and we were headed to all-time highs. And today again, I think yesterday was the early day, we did not hit an all-time high on daily basis, at least for the past 5-6 days. Today again we hit another high, so I'm expecting 20,000 at least for this specific bull run, right? So 20,000 should be a very good level, and should hit. Okay, so according to seeing how the market is going, and again, no signs of bearishness, right? We, our bias till now is still very bullish on the market. We'll see how it goes, right? So yesterday I'm expecting Wednesday. You can watch the previous analysis video where I'm assuming a lot of buyers had a very difficult day, right? It was such a day. These days do come and usually go through it and forget it, right? The main idea is to stay in the game. So yes, coming to today, right? So coming to today, I'll show you. So this was one excellent trade. Let me just mark it around. This would have been your, this would have been your T1, right? And if I put a long position here, my entry would have been at this particular part. My exit would have been right, okay, a little more below, at least, yes, below that candle. So this is the candle I'm looking at. That would be my exit, and this would be my T1, right? So this would have been my trade, but unfortunately, I wasn't looking at the charts, analyzing it later. I did see this where it did come back here, touch this specific zone where I would have entered the trade. My stop loss would have been at 45,247, and my first target would be 45,384, right? And this would be a buy itself. So this would be one of the trades would have taken today at least. And yes, I'll just come to the starting of the market where so I took a trade in the morning in Nifty, not in Bank Nifty. So once we look at the Nifty charts, I'll explain it a little more, right? So this is one of our zones where I think we had marked from before, and yes, I expected a bounce back from here. I would be only bearish for the day if it broke out of this particular level, right? So if you look at it almost from 3rd July, this is one specific level it is maintaining, right? It hasn't broken out of, and it should continue to maintain that level, and we have headed a little more higher, right? So this zone would be a good zone for us to look at in the future as well, right? This is around 45,000 150, 45,100, right? So this specific range would be a good range to know a little more on the overall market. So that is one specific thing that we would be looking at specifically. And yes, so markets did go high at least for the first yes, so around the opening itself, we saw a gap down opening, which Nifty it did cover right then and there, right? So that was the trade I exactly took, but Bank Nifty took a little more time. Around 10 was when it did cover up that gap down opening, right, and went a little more up until I think we reached a high of yes, well, yes, 45,412.35. We did reach a high, and then there was a downward move, right? So this big Maribozo candle, which is seen here, is why I had marked this specific zone, which would be acting as a supply zone, right? And that's where exactly it came back and then went back up, right? So this trend line is I've just drawn it for now. I'm not. It was a more intraday kind of thing where I was looking at it to for it to maintain, right? So that is one specific thing. So I'm not expecting for it to be at least for useful for tomorrow, right? This specific line. So we shall see that. And yes, so that is specifically Bank Nifty. Coming to Nifty, 19,500. Anyone who had sold a call, I'm assuming a lot of them would have made a loss, right? So 19,500, which did act as a very good resistance zone, and which exactly we have marked here as well, right? So this was the zone which we knew if it breaks out of, we will be a little more bullish, right? So here we saw a small consolidation happening as well, where right after, yes, let me just show that. Yes, so here this was today's opening, right? So if we look at it specifically here, this candle at 920 is where I went for the gap up trade, right? So as soon as it broke the 9:15 5-minute candle, I expected it to fill the gap up, right? So that usually during the day, if it moves towards the gap up or gap down, it gets filled up, right? So that is something I was expecting, and it did get filled, right? So that is the trade I had taken. I think I've pinged it on the community as well, where I was looking at the trade. I quickly took it, screenshotted it from Stolo itself here, from the paper trading terminal, and just posted it right before my work day starts as well. So yeah, coming to this, we saw 19,500 to be a good zone where it was moving completely sideways, right? So I'm expecting a lot of traders would have gotten caught here, where a good upward move looked like it would happen, but again, a small change in direction happened, and then completely it moved upwards, right? So this was a good consolidation zone which we were looking at specifically, and then it moved much higher. So Nifty going higher again is something people did not expect because of how high it had come, right? So if you watched our previous analysis videos, you would see that what do you call, we did speak about a specific bias, right? So that is something you could have specifically seen as well. So yes, that has been today's analysis. And again, OI for today, you would directly understand it on basis of the chart itself. So we shall start for next week's analysis from tomorrow. And yes, hope to catch you back here again. Hope you guys had a good expiry trading day. Make sure you comment below if you had a good day, a neutral day, or a day that will help you learn a little more, right? So it's never um, what do you call, never even if you do make losses, make sure you understand what exactly happened, right? And so that you learn and you do not make that mistake again. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining, and yes, we shall catch you tomorrow. And yes, one second. GK says started um, building call shorts today. Okay, yes. So that is good, GK. And hope you did you check HDFC today? If I'm not wrong, I haven't seen yet, but hope you did check HDFC as well. But yes, thank you so much for joining in, guys. We'll make sure to catch you tomorrow again for next week's expiry. Until then, thank you and hope you guys have a great day.